Hey, folks! Welcome. News about Reckless Ben. He got attorneys, and they seem to be good ones. Welcome to the show. I have to update my intro theme music because, new, well, not rebranding, just accentuating what was already there. Now, the news is Reckless Ben got new attorneys, and they have filed a notice of appearance, and we are going to briefly check them out. So here they are. Let's see here. Let's make that a little bit bigger. Notice of appearance of counsel. Yeah, you know, BAM franchising with the versus Ben, Reckless Ben LLC, Brian Mansell, and Victor Nguyen. Sorry if I butchered that name. Please take notice that Scott Young, Melinda Bowen, Hailey Winn, and the law firm of Spencer Fain LLP hereby enter their appearance as counsel on behalf of defendants Benjamin Paul Schneider, Reckless Ben LLC, and Victor Nguyen. So they don't represent Brian. There might be a slight when you have a lot of defendants. Like in this case, there might be what do you call it? Whatever. Well, Reckless Ben hired attorneys at least. In the above captioned matter, and request that they be copied electronically on all filings and notices in this matter. So roughly, what does this mean? Well, Ben don't have to open his mouth anymore. Please don't. Please don't. Allow your attorneys to do the talking for you. Please. Please. Please, Ben. Now, I'm just so overjoyed to finally see a representation. Finally. Because as I read through that, the TRO that he was subjected to, which is fundamentally flawed, let's just say that, which still got granted because it was an ex parte. Ben wasn't there when they filed it. Judge approved it, and now Ben is in trouble. Now, this law firm Spencer Fain. I did a little. I mean, you don't have to. You don't have to dig deep. This is one of the fastest rising small, big law firms in the United States. And they are bringing in. Let's start with Hailey Winn. Let's start with Hailey Winn. Let's see what she is all about. She's an associate, meaning she graduated on probably just a few years ago, but practicing attorney. Overview. Hailey Winn helps clients develop strategies which minimize risk and maximize value while meeting their specific needs and objectives. Whether through litigation or alternative dispute resolution, she works collaboratively with colleagues to assess optimal legal pathways and proactively respond in clients' best interests. She understands that each client's priorities are different and helps them to craft solutions that best align with their needs. What does this mean? Probably, I have to say that. When Ben sought to hire this law firm, she was the point of contact. She was the one evaluating. She was the one probably recommending the law firm to take the case. She probably presented it to a group of partners who then decided, yeah, we are going in on this. We are going. Now, she will have an important role in this coming litigation because she gathers all the information. She does the heavy lifting for the other two, which is an amazing way to learn. An amazing way to learn. Number 2 on that list is Melinda Bowen. Sorry if I butchered your name. She is what is called here of counsel. Let's read about her. Melinda Bowen loves collaborating with clients to address complex issues at the most difficult times of life, including in both criminal and civil matters. Melinda represents criminal defendants facing investigation and charges of all kinds, with a primary focus on white-collar offenses such as fraud, money laundering, and other financial crimes. On the civil side, Melinda handles complex civil litigation for individuals, corporate clients, and governmental entities. Her primary areas of focus in civil matters include contract disputes, employment litigation, I knew I liked her, defamation, and other constitutional issues. So this is, there she is. So this is in the entirety of Reckless Ben case is within her wheelhouse. This is what she does. And she has done it for quite, well, let's see here, related experience. Well, related, let's go through. Defended the county in consolidated appeals before the Utah State Tax Commission. And succeeding in having all appeals denied, thus preserving tens of millions of dollars in tax revenue. She went up against the Utah State Tax Commission and won? Oh, yeah. That's kind of impressive. Obtained favorable decision from the Utah Anti-Discrimination and Labor and EEOC in proceedings against employer in case where employee was accused of rampant harassment, discrimination, and retaliation. That's not exactly what I do, because I'm a jurist, not a lawyer, but it's in my wheelhouse. I knew I knew I liked her. I knew I liked her. I like them both so far. Now, folks, who is Scott Young? The third name on that list. Scott Young is a partner of Spencer Fane. This means they are bringing in the big guns for this case. the big guns. Let's see what we can read about Scott Young. Scott Young is an experienced trial lawyer who has tried cases in federal and state courts, as well as arguing appeals before federal and state appellate courts. His practice focuses on commercial and civil rights disputes. Scott has served as the president of the Utah chapter of the Federal Bar Association and the Utah Bar's Constitutional Law section. He is also presented to audiences across the country, including several forums for federal judges on the statistical analysis of judges. Scott graduated from Columbia Law School in 2005 and was a law clerk for District Court Judge D. Benson. Here is his admitted in Utah and Wyoming. He's admitted to U.S. Supreme Court, U.S. Court of Appeals for the 10th Circuit, U.S. District Court for the District of Utah. Let's check here. Related experienced. Obtained a jury verdict for a police officer in an excessive force case stemming from an officer-involved shooting. Summary judgment. Affirmed by U.S. Court of Appeals for the 10th Circuit on due process and equal protection claims related to water rights. Obtained summary judgment on due process claims against the state doctor. Successfully represented a minority high school student in a discrimination claim against a school district. And so on and so on. So on and so on. Let's check distinctions. Spencer Fain attorneys named 2025 Mountain State Super Lawyers. Honored in 2026 Best Lawyers in America. And more thereof. So that is Scott Young. So they have, in this group of three, they have constitutional law, contract law. They have lawyers experienced in white-collar crimes, such as fraud and all the things. This group of three are covering all the areas of the Brick and Minifigs versus Reckless Ben et al. I can't wait for the reply from these attorneys, including a partner. When they reply to the piece of garbage opposing side manured into the court, it's going to be an honor to read what these extinguished people will file. Ben, I'm happy for you. I'm honestly very, very happy for you. Now, folks, this comes with a cost. So whatever you do after you watch this video, go over to Reckless Ben and watch his videos again. Or visit the fundraiser. But at least for now, immediately. Right? Don't wait for this to end. Go there now. To Reckless Ben and watch his videos. Get the numbers up. Get the ad revenue up. So Ben can pay his attorneys. Thanks for listening in. Do all the YouTube things. Like, subscribe, you know all the things. And remember, hug your family. Unless they are crap, then screw them and give your love to the people who deserve it. See ya.